Soup. Matzah. Semmelman. Who is that? Hey, I told you, I can't do nothing for you.
Pulled in every time there's a homicide within 10 feet of you. And you know why? It's because of this rotten yellow sheet.
I don't get it. My friend and me, we're sitting in the park. We're busted.
You're not busted. We're looking for witnesses. Now, people tell us you're parked on that bench every night. Hey, will you stop with that thing?
That's a machine. It works. Last bargain in the world.
Kojak! 9 o'clock, where you been?
Where have I been? I've been in Bermuda.
Oh, you were supposed to be here an hour ago.
I was stuck in the Holland Tunnel for 40 minutes with 500 other commuters, 110 minimum, and a 300-pound pregnant woman with claustrophobia.
Oh. So?
So, these two guys sit in the park bench, snapping mousetraps, right where we found Mrs. Oliver's body last week.
Officer, this man is annoying us.
All right. Last Thursday about 10 at night. You see anything? Yes or no? You get 3 choices.
What's the third?
We hold you as a material witness.
Witness to what? What are you setting us up for? You think we're hustling, right? We got a right to sit anywhere we want.
Hey, I don't care if the two of you are running a Punch and Judy show on that bench. And nut is running around this city cutting people up. Thursday night about 10 o'clock.
We got picked up early. We didn't see nothing. Sorry. Guys in here are bananas. It's safer on the streets.
You think it's safer out there? Get out there.
Get out! Get out!
Where's Louis Delaney?
Oh, what's with the music? It's like an elevator in a hospital.
Patients need soothing music to isolate them from fear, anxiety.
Oh, Frank, I'm sorry you're sick, but you can't hide in here. I mean, the moon is full, the humidity is 90, the streets are filled with werewolves. So pipe the music outside, okay? That's where the real patients are.
Maybe I'll buy an island.
Yeah. Oh, where's the sense to any of it? This clown, he kills a fat lady who teaches spiritual guidance, right? A guy who rents out apartments. What else? A Puerto Rican garage mechanic? A department store salesman? A clerk in a supermarket? Plain, ordinary, nondescript victims. No rhyme, no reason, no direction. Could be anybody next.
Well, the police psychiatrist downtown thinks he wants to get caught.
Yeah, so who's stopping him?
Well, we'll get him.
You know you're awfully calm about all this?
The hell I am, and you know it.
Captain, he did it again. Pawn shop owner, 53rd and 8th Avenue.
Credit card's not even touched. Louis Semmelman, pawnbroker.
Yeah, how many stab wounds this time?
3. One would have done it. This killer's got to be an angry guy.
So who kills? A happy soul?
Okay, out there, you miserable. Well, I'm angry and hostile, too. I want every available man posted 5 blocks around here. Do you understand? When our fruitcake sprays this next message, I want them, Crocker.
That's according to the Secretary of State. And for more news, Manhattan's Grim Reaper has struck again. 52-year-old pawnshop owner Louis Semmelman was the victim of multiple stab wounds sustained on 53rd Street just off of 8th Avenue at approximately 9:30 last night. Initial police comments indicate that once again, robbery was not the motive in the slaying. This is the 6th such killing in the past 2 weeks, and all without any apparent pattern.
Stupid! There is a pattern! There is a pattern!
Roger? Roger, did you see this? The killer. He did it again.
I heard it on the radio.
Where are you going?
Out!
You want coffee? I have got melon. It is cold. What about tonight? Chicken Kiev, like they did at the Russian tavern? But I was performing with the company at Carnegie Hall. We used to go there every night after the performance.
Come on, let's go, damn it.
I think it is out.
Well, what is a stupid thing here for if it never works? Like everything else in this miserable world!
Units, it's now 9:30. Now, in previous instances, suspect has painted his message to us between 9 and 11 a.m. Now, we know he could pick out any location within a few blocks of the crime, from a billboard to a subway restroom. So, keep out of sight. Use your brains. Now, why does he do it in the daylight? I mean, why not right after he kills him?
Maybe he wants to get caught, Lieutenant.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why he didn't just turn himself in.
One block west of the pawn shop.
Senor Oliva, all right. Take her to the station, full report, circulate the full description of the man, and then have her work with the artist.
Vámonos a la estación.
Sí, gracias.
Death to the moneylenders, the Reaper.
Well, how do we do it? Do we advertise? Do we spray the walls? Come on in, we want you.
You find the pattern.
The pattern is that there is no pattern. I think this guy has some sort of geographic formula worked out, and he sticks pins on his maps the way we're doing on ours. Only his pins tell him where to kill.
Moneylenders. Not Semmelman, the job, not the man. The last victim, the revivalist, after her death, he wrote, "The Lord's retribution is tardy." Again, the job, not the person. And after the garage owner's death, satisfaction not guaranteed. The job again. You see the connection? We're dealing with a consumer advocate, Frank. I mean, no kidding. I think this guy isn't killing in his eyes. He's complaining.
Hey, that's a great theory. He's complaining. Fantastic. Fantastic. That attitude also covers the way half this city feels about getting ripped off.
Lieutenant, this doesn't look like the same paint he used before. It's metallic.
Hey, he used two different kinds of paint before.
But there's a third kind. It's a different base, I'm sure.
Get it over to the lab fast.
You know, we already put together a list of over 700 stores in the city that sell both of the other two brands of paint. But in this area, they're all small shops. My guess is not more than 50 in this neighborhood entirely use all three brands.
We need the men to cover 50 stores? What about the other crimes in other places?
They'll have to be patient. Meanwhile, we'll start homing in. Maybe find a clerk who will remember selling the paint to a man fitting our killer's description.
Yeah, but who knows if the killer buys his paint in the same store twice?
Frank, don't take our rainbows away so fast, okay? Our baby is out there, and maybe he's planning again. We need to believe we're finally onto him. We better believe.
3 o'clock. You said you'd be here at 3.
Roger, it's only 3:30.
It is not 3.
Oh, God, I'm hot. I'm tired. Roger, will you just give me a break? Roger, I can't understand you not wanting to see Mark. One weekend out of a month for a father to spend with his son.
A father is a man who supports his son. Hey, you working here? We didn't come in to watch life's passing parade.
Roger. Just some coffee, please.
You like toast?
No, not now.
I can pay for the toast. Toast and 2 coffees.
You know, Mark is 3 years old. He couldn't care less whether or not his father can get a job. He just wants to see you.
This meeting to discuss our son was so important, you couldn't even show up on time.
Thank you. Roger, can I make a suggestion?
Don't. Not again.
Okay. Okay, not an analyst. A group. No, really, it's a group of people, and they can help you. Look, the way you just treated that waitress.
She was ignoring me. Sit around in a circle with a lot of uptight people, learn how to shout at each other. Oh, that's terrific, Jenny. That's a solution. That's an answer for it all.
He can do wonders.
Oh, yeah, right, sure. I love all the things that can do wonders. This guy in this agency looks at my resume last month. It's obvious you're an engineer, Mr. Villers. That is the worst resume I ever saw. So he sends me to this friend, this genius with resumes. There's a knack to it, young fellow. We know just how to play up your strong points. $100 I paid for the perfect resume. You think I got 1 call when I sent them out? 1 call? What do you bet he got a kickback on the 100? I'm sorry if I'm boring you.
You were talking resumes, and I'm talking therapy. Once again, we're not talking about the same thing.
Yes, we are. They both make promises that don't get kept. It's like this rug I get suckered into. Women were gonna fall all over me with this when I got off on my own. So where are they? The guy who sold me this guaranteed a whole new life for me. Where is it?
I doubt if it has anything to do with your hair, Roger.
It's my emotional state. Well, you didn't exactly help that, did you?
No, I guess I didn't. I fell in love with someone. It didn't work out. At least I was honest about it.
Honest? Honest? You shoot a man to death, you take his life away, and then you say to him, honest, I didn't mean to kill you. Does that bring him back? Does that breathe new life into him?
Look, Roger, I do not want to argue with you. Not in private, not ever again. Especially not in public. Roger, now I want you to see your son this weekend. And I gotta have some support money. You understand?
Hey, I'm a stone. You squeeze me, you get nothing.
I will go to court if I have to. I promise you that.
Promise, promise. Love, honor, obey. Be faithful. Did you keep that promise? Did you? Cold. Cold toast.
Roger, leave me alone!
Hey, buddy, wait a minute. $1.10.
The coffee came out of your crankcase and your toast was cold. Get your hands off of me.
Charlie, if I had an angle, I'd give it to your paper. No, nobody else. I know you held that Kingman story out of the paper. What am I, indebted for life? Don't give me that public relations jazz. I got problems bigger than that.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Contrary to what people may believe in this city, this is not the only killer on the loose. Did you see today's reports? They might just as well have come in by jungle drums. They're going nuts out there.
Cracker!
What's up?
That was the lab on the phone with the report on the spray paint.
It's all done on the way to the print shop. It'll be at every precinct house in the morning at roll call.
Okay, now listen to this. Today's message was painted with a color called Toro Red, manufactured by the Econo Paint Company. Now you pull out our list of stores. See how many handle all three brands he's used so far.
Okay, you got High Tone, Color Bright, and Econo. Got it.
Don't forget, we only want the brand killers dig.
That's 5 of the dumbest words I ever heard. Give me back my money. What'd you expect, honey? Satin sheets? Palace, maybe. Oh, I know. I got it. A white carpet, yeah. Well, this is it, mister. I'm sorry. This is my castle, baby. This is home. Got it? And if this is the pigsty like you called it, you are definitely a pig for coming up here. I tell you what, next time for your $10, why don't you call up Sophia Loren? Now get out of here. I earn my money just by talking to you.
Myrna's Building Supplies, West 38th Street. Carries Color Bright, Toro, Econo Paint.
Sebring Hardware, West 23rd Street. How many we got?
In Manhattan South?
Yeah.
15.
All right, get Rizzo McDonald. Stop by taking that drawing of our suspect to every one of these stores, okay? Kojak. We stand here playing pin the tail on the paint can. He's out there killing another one.
Where?
Times Square. A prostitute. West Side.
Maybe tomorrow morning he buys the paint first thing.
Concentrate on these three stores near 42nd Street. 23rd, 30th, and 52nd Street. If this is our only kind of shot, you make that stakeout perfect. Go ahead.
Roger. Oh, you told me to wake you. I put in a pinch of cinnamon because you are so spicy.
Thanks.
Roger, I am not one of those people who likes to talk about these things, but last night, you made me very happy.
Well, I'm happy if you're happy. Enough said, okay?
Okay. It was just so nice having a man around the house. I felt so safe. That nut out there, killing again.
How do you know?
Oh. I have a whole big breakfast.
Olga, the whole world is coming apart.
Yes, I know. Don't be upset. Roger, I am not nosy, but wait a minute. I said I would lend you 50. It is not a loan. I want, and you want. Yes.
Why should you be any different?
Crocker, we hit it. He's on his way in right now.
I'm not even in the store. You never saw me before. When I make my move towards this guy, get out of the way. Freeze right there, mister. Police.
Rizzo!
You make one more wiggle, you're a dead man.
We got him.
Yeah, we got him.
We got him.
We got him.
Got him.
Got him, man. We got him.
You bet your keister I'm worried. I'm worried this guy will change his mind about being questioned without a lawyer. I'm worried the press will find out. I'm worried that people will rush to protect this killer before we get a confession.
Frank, we got a man who bought a can of paint.
And he looks like the guy you chased across the roof.
Okay, we're close. Just let me build more of a case before I interrogate him.
Leo, you know how it is. The worse the crime, the more we've got to worry that the big, bad cops will deprive him of his rights. Like he deprived his victims of theirs. So treat him gently, and hurry it up.
Lieutenant Kojak, this is Olga Norell. She has the adjacent apartment.
What is going on here? What are you searching for? Louis, did they show you a warrant?
No, we don't need a warrant, Mr. Earl, not to enter and search a hotel room. You see, we have the manager's consent.
Search it for what? Is he hurt? Is Roger all right?
Roger. First name, you know him well?
Sure, I know him. Well, I mean, I was sitting right here at this table with him 2 months ago when he moved in. We are friends. I mean, neighbors. Tell me, what has he done?
Well, I'll tell you how we'll do it. I'll ask some questions and you give me some answers, all right? Now, where does he work?
He does not.
Any family?
No, he is divorced. Tell me what trouble he is in.
And what about his evenings? You know where he spends them?
Well, what can he do? He is broke. He stays in a lot. Tell me what he did.
What about last night? You see him last night?
Actually, no, I did not, but, I saw him this morning, early,
What time?
about 9.
Was he coming in, going out?
I am not a traffic cop.
Thank you, Miss Norell. We won't take you down for a formal state until we get a confession, all right? You'll be in your apartment all day?
Confession to what?
Crocker, take Miss Norell back to her room and get her phone number, okay? Thank you. All right. What do we got?
You got all these clippings on the murder, and you got this almost empty can of red paint.
What about the knife?
The usual kitchen stuff in that drawer under the hot plate.
You know, the coroner found a piece of the tip of the girl's body. He said it was dull, olive drab, like a war surplus bayonet.
Nothing like that here.
Okay, keep an eye on the stuff. Maybe Saperstein got lucky outside.
Hey, detective, could this be the one? No, he broke the blade this time. Why don't you try the sewer gratings down at the end of the block?
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Sure, restaurants serve cold toast and lousy coffee, and I get pulled in for buying a can of paint. Rape, murder. You sign an oath when you join the force. Preserve law and order. Big joke. You guys ought to be arrested for misrepresentation. Pretending to care, pretending to be concerned.
We were talking paint.
You want to talk paint? We'll talk paint.
All right, so what are you painting, brothers?
I'm not a painter.
You were buying a can.
I spray it in the air. It makes a kind of red mist. I like to look through it. Rose-colored world.
This was blood red, not rose.
So they ran out of rose. I guess other people have the same idea about this crummy world.
So you sprayed it at a woman yesterday?
Did I?
Yeah, she identified you to a T.
Well, I guess she knows.
Hey, where were you last night?
It's personal.
A woman?
My neighbor.
No, your neighbor says you were not with her last night.
It's par for the course.
A woman was killed 6 blocks from your room.
Same man who killed a pawnbroker, a mechanic, and a phony evangelist.
Can I have a drink of water?
What's your special interest in this Grim Reaper? You cut out newspaper clippings, you make notes about his victims. What are you doing? You starting a library?
Dick Tracy lost its charm.
What about the messages you sprayed on the walls?
What messages?
Lord's retribution is tardy. Satisfaction not guaranteed.
That fellow's a poet. I'm an engineer. On occasion, that is.
This guy's laughing at us.
Can I have that water now?
Water. I'd like to drown him. Tired of going easy on this creep. I'm gonna break him down if I have to hide him in the basement and scrap all the rules.
Hey, I'm with you, Captain.
To all of us who have found true compassion.
Easy, Captain, easy. But you gotta understand the captain's under tremendous strain. I mean, the whole department is thanks to you. Now, I personally would like to see this whole thing end. Send you to a nice hospital, see that you get a lot of rest.
Okay. I'll cooperate. What do I do?
Okay, you tell us about the killings. Tell us how you did it, why and when, and like that, okay?
Hey, come on. All in fun.
Fun? You call killing 6 people fun?
What people?
Mr. Villers, we know the truth.
You want to know the truth from your stinking...
You talk?
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I, Roger Villers, am the Grim Reaper. I kill the unjust, the unkind, the unfair, the unworthy. I kill the pawnbrokers who offer you pennies for the things you can't bear to sell. I kill the women who promise you pleasure you never get. I kill the ministers, no, the fakes, who promise deliverance with cheap rituals. The garage mechanics who cheat you with their bills. The employment people stuffing any job to get their commission.
No act, Mr. Villers.
No act.
Names, places, all of it.
Whatever I can remember.
How many times did you stab them?
4 or 5 times each.
What kind of knife did you use?
Switchblade.
How long did you plan the murders before you did them?
I don't know. I don't remember. Most of it just comes and goes. All I know is that I get the idea, and suddenly I'm there, and then I don't remember. I blank out. Oh, God! God, please take me from this rotten life, please!
"26 years. I still can't get used to it. The anger, the sickening rage in that man. Every word that comes out, it makes you want to be ill."
Yeah, he's a pretty bitter guy.
Well, we've got the bitter and the sweet. We've got the facts, the details, the number of blows, the times of death.
Rizzo.
Yeah.
You know Saperstein. See if he needs more men on that weapon detail. Check out the teams questioning people who knew the victims. Tell them to meet as soon as they think they can put together some sort of composite of the man we're looking for, okay?
Okay.
Don't touch the coffee, Frank. It's terrible.
Here, what are you doing?
God, take me from this rotten life. Hey, Frank, that's what he said. My God. I'm just the officer in charge of this case, right? I'm still that, aren't I, Frank?
But he confessed.
Hey, every day of the week, we get someone in here who confesses. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mark Anthony walked in this morning and we wrapped up the Julius Caesar matter.
He has all the facts.
And so have the newspapers.
But he's saying things the press didn't print.
Huh? He went to the scene of every crime. After. Not before, Frank. After, and bet on it. Yeah.
Best laid plans, etc. I was going to call the mayor. I was going to call the DA. I was going to spend a happy hour or two on the work schedule to give the men some time off. Because they deserved it after all the hard work they did in apprehending that killer in there. I was going home to introduce myself to my wife. I was going to turn on my air conditioner. Now you tell me why I can't do any of those things.
You're right, Frank. I'm just sorry about that switchblade.
What switchblade?
Oh, the switchblade that he said he used to kill the prostitute with. The switchblade that broke in her ribcage. You know, she had a magic ribcage, Frank. It was a switchblade when it went in. But the piece of metal the coroner took out of her body suddenly became part of a war surplus bayonet.
Maybe he's trying to trick us, hoping to get off.
Get off? Look, he wants to hang so bad he'll weave the rope for us. I think he'd love to be the killer so bad he can taste it. But killing, I don't know. It's just not his brand of insanity. So what does he do? He does it by proxy. Joe DiMaggio! He's a guy sitting in the stands, cheering on his favorite ball player.
Oh, so that's what you're up to. You once wanted some time off to go back to college and study psychology. I said I couldn't spare you, and now this is my punishment.
I'm glad it's over. Really, I am.
Oh, one more thing. That switchblade. Where'd you buy it?
One of those stores, Macy's, Alexander's.
Macy's, Alexander's. Thanks. I mean, you heard it.
Yeah, I heard. I'm just sorry I didn't catch it the first time.
And so am I. But don't take him downtown yet.
Switchblades have been illegal in New York for the past 20 years.
That's right, Frank. And if he went to buy one, he'd know that.
Look, if we don't have any luck this time, let's try the sewers down at the end of the block, all right?
Hey, detective! I think I got something for you!
That's the baby. Let's go.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up!
Yes, I want a knife. I can't spend a lot, but it better be very strong, guaranteed, and I mean it.
guys put in 20 years. You can retire. You got income. Not me. I get to pay a lousy $600 a month in alimony forever.
Why'd you kill the evangelist?
I told her about my marriage problems. She said the Lord would help me if I was generous. So I gave her my money. And my wife left me anyway.
He says he gave her money, but he's not on any of her donation lists. I checked the Court of Domestic Relations, get a list of every angry, frustrated husband who's stuck for alimony and support. And try to tie a name in with the pawnbroker's records and the evangelist's donation list. You know, maybe this guy Villas just gave us the start of a pattern. A guy who's fighting back.
It's weird. All you really want is to live. Get some pleasure out of a day now and then. Get your wife and your kid back. But you gotta pay to stay apart. You get nothing for your work, for your trying, for your money, but heartbreak.
Why did you kill a prostitute?
I want to kill everyone who hypes you up with their satisfaction guaranteed baloney. Promises, promises.
Now, what type would you go for next?
What?
You want to know what gets to me, Villas? Those old ladies on Broadway. They sit on those benches trying to look right through you. They cross the street anytime they want. They don't care about the light, just themselves. And then you get arrested for running them over.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what burns me up.
If that man killed all those people, he's insane. And he's insane if he didn't. Now, how in the world can listening to what he says help us do anything but walk around in circles?
You saw that collection in his room? Newspaper clippings, photographs, magazine articles with stories about fraud and dishonesty and adultery, and every vice in the Bible outlined in red. This man's bitter, and he's angry, and he's filled with hate, just like the killer. In every way but one, Frank. He can't get himself to kill. So he lives the killer's acts after he has committed them. Rizzo.
We got this from 3 people that were in the area where the crimes were committed. Now, this Roger Villas, he was identified by all 3 of them. A day after the killings. He was never a customer of this pawnbroker because we checked his books. And not once does the name Villas appear.
Lieutenant, we got the knife. Now, we found it down the sewer about 2 blocks away from the hotel where the girl was killed. Now, the lab says it matches and the tip was broken.
Theo. Now, I know how these things can go, and so do you. Now, we have a very disturbed young man. We have the vague identification of a hysterical woman. We have a small piece broken off a knife. Now, I'm telling you, go slowly. Take him through it. Get all you can. Don't rush it. What is it?
He's gonna kill again, and he's gonna do it soon.
Since you know that much, can you tell us who the victim is?
If I was filled with the bitterness and anger that Roger Villas has gotten across to us, and someone sold me a knife that broke, it would be like all the other tricks life played on me. And you know something, Frank? I'd go after the man who sold it.
Should have covered all the Army war surplus stores in the borough. Find out if they remember anyone who gave them a hard time, complained, argued, a man with a bad temper. Take the photos of Villas along. I'm not as convinced as Kojak is.
No, this is Mr. Burke. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but Mr. Owens took the day off. Oh, are you the same party that called yesterday about a knife that was defective?
Because if you'll just bring it in, well... That man swore to me that the knife I was buying would never break. Indestructible. Now, that's what he said. I want to straighten this out with him now.
Well, Mr. Owens took an extra day off.
He has a cold. What's his first name?
Theodore. Why?
Information for Mr. Theodore Owens. Start with Manhattan.
Why are we here?
Well, it's part of our procedure, just to show us what happened. Did you go to the bathroom at all?
Yes.
How'd you like the color?
Don't you believe me?
Oh, well, I'm not a jury. Just answer me.
She was pretty. I didn't just pick her up.
I looked for a real nice one.
You remember her name?
They always lie. Anyway, she asked for her money. She was going to leave. And I was going to lose her. She was pretty. Pretty face. Nice legs. Supposed to make you happy. Good for your ego. If you're a man, somebody you love. And you lose her.
Lose her? I mean, a working girl?
Not this one.
Oh, what one?
I don't want to be here. Can we go?
We can't. Not yet, I'm sorry, Roger, but what woman are you talking about?
Do we need that?
We need it all.
My wife, Jenny.
What about her?
She was having an affair. I caught on. I followed them one day. They checked out of this motel room. And I checked in. I made sure it was the same room. I sat one chair for 4 hours. Like they were there. I was invisible. They couldn't see me.
Why did you put yourself through that?
It was like seeing something of mine stolen from me. I could see it happening, but I couldn't stop it. I'd never do that to her, never. Lousy, lying, cheat. But now I'm gonna get them all. I don't want to be here, please!
Forget it. Mr. Villas, Roger, you know, you may have done a lot of things that you need to escape from. And some things you want to pay for. But I got news for you. You didn't kill the woman who lived in this room. I don't think you've ever killed anybody. I think you know about him. In a way, you're closer to him than anybody else in the world. Besides his victims, that is. But he killed, Roger. He took life. You didn't. We'll prove it. And you know we will.
He was just fighting back. I talked to people where he did those things. Maybe he was wrong, but he was just fighting back. Sometimes it gets so heavy. The pressures, the failures, the frustrations. I don't know. You don't know who to strike out at. I never talked like this about my life to anyone before. Maybe my wife was right. I need to talk to people.
Maybe you ought to tell her. Kojak.
You were right, Lieutenant.
Maybe I was lucky.
I was lucky. Lucking out after just 5 stores. There's a salesman inside named Burke. Some guy called him this morning, really bugged.
Yeah, he was hot. He was furious. Wanted to speak only to the guy who sold him the knife. I mean, what do you think we got here? Abercrombie and Fitch?
Did he ask for the salesman by name?
No, but I gave it to him. Theodore Owens. He's at home if you want to speak to him.
Give me his address and fast, Mr. Burke.
Why? What's wrong?
I said fast, Mr. Burke, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yes? Mr. Owens? I thought I might catch you here on my lunch hour. It's about some merchandise. The store sent me over.
I'm off today. I don't feel good.
It'll only take a moment.
All right. Just a few minutes.
Crocker, come with me.
Just a minute. Yes.
You take the upstairs and I'll take the downstairs.
Just a minute. Yes?
Mr. Oz, this is police. It's important.
Police?
You know this man?
It's me.
No. But it could be. I suppose it could be a lot of us. Come on, you've done some good, Roger. Smile.